Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and tap on that notification bell so that you'll know when we go live. Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy Free Friday. Okay, who's in here? Hi, little lady 29. Hi, Wendy's front yard. Hi, Ryan. Hi, avoiding eye contact. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so on the docket today, we have Thousand Pound Sisters Season 7, Episode 4, The Big Camel in the Room. Okay, this.
I'll
I'm,
start. I'll just start.
I'm so
I'll
upset
start.
I had this twice.
Okay, I have to start with this. And Amy then finally did it. She finally did it. Now, Amy, for years, I've gone against Debbie to give you grace, but she's going through things. I gave you all the grace in the world. It finally took to this episode where I have
Mhm,
no more grace for her. There's nothing more I can say to try to
mhm,
redeem this child, to give her some passes. She just used them all up because she was so ridiculous in this episode. I was like, you know what? Your family is better than me because I'm like, you gonna leave? You know what? As soon as she came back, I'd have left. She's I'm done with her. Like I I don't get it, but I do get it because she's the baby and she was enabled in some way, and they always try to make excuses for her, and blah blah blah. But I'm like, okay, I used to do the same thing, but now I'm like, yeah, I can't go with you either because for someone who literally has a family, like that's right there, like everyone's there in the same town still, right? You have
mhm,
all of this support, all of this like resources,
mhm,
and you still do dumb shit. Like, okay, you could say it was a little weed, blah blah, and somehow she thought her medical marijuana card was transferable when marijuana is not legal in all the states. So she's just stupid. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. She's stupid. Just dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Go ahead. Go ahead. You've been work. She she done broke me down. I just like I'm not gonna rant on this child because I just cannot believe sitting there like what, huh? Okay. Like, she's just
I
stupid. That's all I
know.
got for her. That's it.
I know. It was. I don't understand why she thinks that by not thinking about this is going to make it better. Not thinking about it, not talking about it. Like you are not going in with a plan. So are you taking the same attitude with your attorney that you're paying
Yeah.
thousands of dollars to? And then you've got your family putting up money that they obviously don't have to bail your dumb ass out. Oh my
Exactly.
God. Wait, Ryan says don't be sorry. She does dumb ish at almost 40.
I just, I was just like, okay, maybe the weed was overlooked. Okay, I get it, but it's not. She's okay. She said the weed was supposed to be in the car anyway, and it was a little bit. Okay, fine, whatever, right? You could say that.
But why are they not talking
You,
about the shrooms?
that's even worse. But just sticking to the
Mm-hmm.
weed. But my thing is this though: how do you not check the car before you put your kids in it? That's number one. Now,
Mm-hmm.
has she just left it there? I could just been like, it was overlooked. It's probably under the seat or something. I could have went there. But when she said that she had a medical marijuana card and she said, I didn't know that it wasn't good in a different state, that just completely sent me over the edge.
No,
Because,
what sent me over the edge was that the arresting officer smelled it and decided to search the car.
but
So
it was a,
she's
but it was a small amount
smoking,
though.
but she was smoking with those kids
Right.
in there, and that's why they looked like they was passed out in the back seat.
I was just like, what? I'm like, what? I was just sitting there like, yeah, no, because that doesn't make sense to me. Here's why. you can't say, and I hope you guys follow what I'm saying. I'm not being overly harsh, but at this point with her, I don't care because she just irritated me through this whole episode. You can't say on one hand that it was a small amount of weed and it shouldn't have been in the car, and then turn around and say, "Oh, I thought my marijuana card transferred states."
Yep.
That doesn't work. That
Yeah.
does not work.
And you should not be driving while intoxicated.
Well, he
You,
was. She
you,
wasn't. He was.
no, but secondhand smoke,
I
and
got you.
who's saying that he's not partaking too?
Oh,
And
we know he's partaking.
right,
I
they're
told you. I
endangering
told
the
you.
lives of those two children not only by driving under the influence, but also letting them inhale all of the shit that they're doing. Hi, Wendy's front yard. She says she didn't know what to wear because since she's never had anything to do with court, yet she went to court for divorce and was arrested and put on probation in 2010 for stealing a book from Walmart. Dang, oh, Wendy. Oh, that's true. I didn't know about the book though, but I knew she went to court for the divorce.
The
She's just
divorce.
dumb. Hi, Christoph, and always Camel Bite Gate. Oh my god. What else are y'all saying in here? Okay, wait. Wendy says if she had a medicinal card, then why are the siblings that concerned? She never once mentioned back pain or using
Mm-hmm.
anything for pain. That's true. That is very true. He was with two babies. Yep.
hmm I think
He
the
was
concern.
dead wrong.
I think the siblings were concerned because one, she was arrested out of state, and number two, she had the kids with her.
Yep.
That's why they. That's why they were. That's why they were like really concerned, really concerned, and I don't blame them at all for that.
But it was stupid what she did.
Yes, agreed, 1,000%.
This is so sad. This, like, the least stupid thing that happened on that day was her getting bitten by a camel. Everything else was dumb as fuck. Every decision that she made was dumb as fuck. And we've all sat here and questioned her parenting. We have.
At this, honestly, how can you not? And for the people who say that, if you're not a parent, you really shouldn't have an opinion, or it's rude
Mm-hmm.
to say anything wrong or like disparaging towards the person. I'm gonna put it to you this way:
Mm-hmm.
this woman that came on our screen and had children, and she puts her parenting on display to be
Mm-hmm.
paid. Let's call a thing a thing. Now, if she didn't want opinions about the things that she's doing, number one, keep your kids off the TV show. Number one. Number two, quit making dumb ass decisions that could have harm to not only you, but more importantly, your kids. So my opinion is that she is far too immature to be a parent at this time. She just really is. And she's not making good decisions. She appears overwhelmed, and I understand having two kids that young at the same time. I completely understand that. But that's
Mm-hmm.
when you lean on your family who's offering you all the support in the world. And if you feel that you're not ready to be a parent or you're overwhelmed, go take some parenting classes, get some education. There's nothing wrong with that because you are running out here with two toddlers getting arrested over state lines. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. And honestly, that has really nothing to do with parenting as more as common sense. Common sense says you don't do those things.
Damn,
Period.
there's a whole conversation in the chat. They breaking down the different types of court she been in. um, and if an animal endangerment, if the animals had gotten a hold of the weed, like, oh my god. Okay, so Yeah, they did. They found additional things that they're not saying on the show, which I find concerning. Um, she's had multiple men around those boys since they separated.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. But see, here's the thing. We saw. Remember, after Michael, she was dating some black dude, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
right after. But we didn't
Right
see him on the
after.
show. But we don't see him
Well,
on the show though.
he probably had warrants or something. I don't know. Why wouldn't he come on here and make $1 like everybody else? Okay, so basically, they try to talk to her over at the park, I guess,
Yes, at the park.
and Amanda says, "Okay," and she freaks out. What is wrong with her?
And here's the thing. That's where she really lost me and sent me over the edge because all Amanda said was, we have to have a conversation. And she was absolutely correct. And here's the problem. When the kids are involved, had she had been on her own, I don't think they would trip that hard. But the fact that you had the kids in the car with you and you got arrested over state lines, and which could, and we have to also factor in that her kids could be taken away. The custody, there could be custody involved, all that good stuff. So Amanda's saying that we need to have a conversation was the way to go, and hers is
Mhm.
breaking down crying, talking about, I don't need intervention. Someone needs to intervene.
But it wasn't even that because they
No,
went with Misty's route because she was going to snatch her by her neck. I,
right.
I, I would have paid to see that. But then Amanda lost me because she turned around, got angry at what's her name, Amy, for behaving like that, for walking off, and she does the same thing and walks off.
Mm-hmm.
This was such a waste of airtime.
But I
Such
do agree with Wendy
a,
though. Wendy said
uh-huh.
Chris or Misty need to lead that discussion, not Amanda. Agreed.
Well, I
Agreed.
disqualified Misty because Misty wanted to yoke her, and
True.
that wasn't going to work. Misty was pissed. I think
Or
Chris
they,
might have been the best one because he's the one who's
yes,
most invested with 10 grand on the
10
line for her
grand.
dumbass. Um, but he tried to speak with her too when they were going to get her clothes. And she's like, I don't want to talk about it because it fucks with my mental state. What? Girl, stop. Stop. Did they need an intervention though? I think it could have been handled by Chris talking to her solo. She felt attacked, and they do that a lot.
Okay,
Mm.
did they need intervention? Here's the thing with this though. This is a lead up to. This is not just this one incident. This is a to me. This is a string of incidents.
Mm.
You know how I mean. I think it's a string of incidents that we probably have not seen. That's my guess here. And I think her getting arrested with the kids in the car, I think that was like kind
Mhm.
of threw them all over the edge
Yeah.
because they really, luckily, they didn't call CPS for those children, have them put in temporary custody. Luckily, they called family first.
Yeah. Well, Ryan says Amanda was right message, wrong messenger as a squatter in Amy's home. And then Lil Lady says, sometimes it's not worth seed is how is seeing. And I really don't think Amanda should have been the one to start the conversation off. Okay, okay.
I think it
I,
should have gone with Chris and then Brittany. To ease it in, and then y'all go in on her.
well, I think well, no, Brittany is getting raggedy as hell because she don't like her $10,000 being gone
Right,
either. Oh my god.
right.
Um, Wendy says I just think she's doing a lot more serious stuff and often.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then Christoph says, I like Amanda a lot, but she's not too good with decision making either. True. Mm. Let's face it, they call each other hoes for a reason. I'm just gonna
Hmm.
leave it there. Little lady says sometimes it's not what's said, it's how it's said. And Amanda should not have started a comment. Thank you, little lady. I appreciate that. I was trying though. Um, Ryan says Amanda didn't even come at Amy hard this time. True, true. Um, okay. Little lady says, I feel maybe they should have had someone start the conversation by saying, "Hi, Amy. How are you doing? How's your arm? How are the boys?" Start off calm and lead into the subject. Yeah, maybe Brittany could have started it off,
Right.
but
But see,
Brittany
but
would
no,
have been snarky too.
yes, because she got 10 grand on the line, so she's not gonna
And
be
she want a
nice.
surgery. And she wanted surgery. So she been stepping up. Amy has, Brittany has had the best one-liners this season. And who knew? When they flashed back, I couldn't believe how much Misty has changed. I forgot her from before. Yup, yup. Brittany has been funny last few episodes. This entire season, she has been spot on, and it's so unexpected. And they're allowing Brittany to finally talk. I don't think she wanted to talk before. I think now that she's been incentivized and she wants to get that
Right,
surgery, now we seeing the shady bitch that she is. I love Brittany having a voice. I bet you she has a voice. She just didn't ever show it to us. She let his family act the fool and she stayed back there and watch.
right. She's like, you know what? She's like a really good friend of like on Housewives. She's like a good friend of the
Mhm.
show. Like really good.
Yeah. Okay. Little lady. I like this little lady. Amanda gets on my nerves. She acts like because she's older, she's owed respect and no one else is. And she knows better than anyone. Like I don't she needs to learn that expression like um respect is earned. And she doesn't give respect in order to get respect. Like I don't know. It's just very weird. You're right where she's like because she's older, she's due this respect. But sometimes I don't think she gives it back in return, quite honestly. It's not even.
No.
It's not even at all. And that's her one major downfall. I think she's very like a nice person, but I would not I couldn't see myself in a friendship with her because I feel she would treat me the same way.
Right.
But Amanda doesn't have that same respect for Misty or Chris. They're both scared of her. I don't think Misty's scared of anybody. I think they're scared of Misty because you got to be careful for the quiet ones. Because I
Hmm.
was not expecting Misty to say that she was going to choke Amy. I wasn't expecting that.
It's
She,
behind the kids.
yeah. Did Amanda partly raise Amy and Tammy though? Because their ratchet mama wasn't around. I know their grandmother did a lot of their child rearing. Yes. Yeah. I think, well, Tammy and Amy kind of look to the older three as like step parents, I guess.
Right.
They were already older and out the house. Didn't Tammy say that the other day?
I think they were older.
She said that they were older and out the house, and that left her and Amy alone. I think so. So, I mean, they are siblings, but they are considerably older. They have more life experience, and
Hmm.
y'all just fucking up. That's it. Amanda only talks to Amy and Tammy that way. She doesn't talk like that to Chris and Misty. Well, I
Wait a
guess.
minute.
Huh?
Hold up. So I just looked this up.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out the ages. So the Slayton family tree is complex with Amy, Tammy, Chris, Misty, and Amanda all having different fathers.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they all have different fathers.
I thought Amy and Tammy had the same daddy.
So
Amanda
did
and
I.
Chris had the same daddy, and then Misty was what, five daddies.
Hmm.
Wait, I gotta look at their mother like differently moving forward.
Because Chris's name is Chris Combs. Amanda's name is originally Amanda Halterman,
No,
and
that's her
Misty.
married name.
That's her name, but she has a different daddy too. And Misty's a Wentworth. So wait a minute, hold up. Chris and Amanda are like Irish twins. Whoa. Okay, got it. Okay, I did not know that.
I
But this is
just
Chris
don't
was
think Amanda has any authority when she's living under Amy's roof with her big ass boys. Oof. True. But you sure? I swear Amanda said that her and Chris got the same daddy.
this is just what the Google people say. I'm only telling you what the Google people say. And the question is, do all the Slayton siblings have the same dad? And then, according to the Googles, they say no. But Google has not been known to be wrong with different articles saying this
Mm-hmm.
different thing.
Uh, show more. Chris, Misty, and Amanda share another father. Screen Rant. Let's go to Screen Rant because you know Screen Rant know everything.
They're pretty good.
Um, all five siblings belong to Darlene, but they have different fathers. Amy and Amanda are married to brothers. That's how Amy and Michael met, though it's unconfirmed. Amy and
That's
Tammy
right.
likely have the same father.
Okay, repeat that, Debbie. I'm sorry, I was talking while I was reading. Sorry.
Amy and Tammy likely have the same father.
Okay, I need birth certificates.
Chris, Misty, and Amanda share another father.
Yes, because
So
I'm on
they,
Reddit.
yeah.
Yeah, because Amanda said she and Chris share a father, and Tammy and Amy share a father, and Misty has her own. I'm gonna go with Reddit on
Mhm.
this one. I'm going with
Yeah,
Reddit on this one, guys.
yeah, because that sounds like what Tammy, Amy, and Amanda have said. Because I've
Right.
heard Amanda say that she had the same dad as Chris, and they kind of look alike.
Yes.
The two last ones, they kind of look alike. And
Right.
then Misty is all by herself.
Right. Okay. We're gonna go with Reddit,
Mhm.
y'all.
Chris is such a sweetheart, though. He is. He's the only likable one in this bunch. I mean, she's talking about Amy needs her there in her house to help with the boys. She wasn't concerned about the boys when she had her own house in Kentucky or when she was running down to Florida. I think she has been concerned about the boys cuz remember when Amy was getting divorced from Michael, Amanda was the one telling her that she could do this. She just needs to take her time and like she was helping her then.
Hmm.
And she was like the only one who was really supporting her, saying you could do this. There's plenty of single mamas out there. Um, when this show first started, Amy and Tammy said that their older siblings were out of there were Oh, that they were out and they were raised by their late grandmother. Yes, I remember that little lady. Um, Misty 76, Chris 79, Amanda 80, Tammy 86. Wendy, what is that? Oh my God. Yes. Mama was yes, a garden implement or a garden, what is it? A garden tool. Yes. They all have the same shaped mouths, probably from their mom. Oh, according to Angela from Atlanta, we should check how much stretch marks and how much mileage she got on it. Misty has a separate father. Chris and Amanda have the same father, and Amy and Tammy have the same father. There were only three fathers. Okay, thank you for confirming that. Yes, little lady. And Ryan thought that same thing too. I'm saying what Tammy said straight out of her mouth on her YouTube and TikTok. She broke it down. Okay. Um, I'm almost caught up, so I agree about Amanda having an attitude. Age doesn't equal wisdom. Thank you, Stephen. Missy's maiden name is Maynard. Oh, Chris and Amanda are Combs. And Tammy and Amy are Slaytons. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you, Wendy's Front Yard. Okay, little lady says to Wendy, "You're incorrect. Tammy and Amy both said their late grandmother raised them. Misty, Chris, and Amanda, well, all older and out the house." Okay, all right. Yeah, I just told you what Tammy said on her YouTube and her TikTok. She broke it down. We're a little behind. I'm behind in the chat, little lady. Don't worry, I'm trying to catch up. Misty and Chris have the same eyes. Oh. Amanda's only 6 years older than Tammy, but I'm not gonna argue in here. No, no arguing. We like all this information. I like Amy. I would be her friend. I could not be her friend because I'd be questioning her hygiene and I couldn't eat from her. I couldn't go to her house and I don't want to be her Uber driver. Hello, I think they have pretty eyes. Oh, okay. Let's see, what else y'all saying in here? Hi, Steven. Okay, so I'm not gonna argue either, but I've been watching since the first season, day one. I follow both of their YouTubes prior. I still follow them on YouTube and their social media. Okay. This is all information for us, okay? So we'll take all of it. Was it just me, or did this town not have very many attractive people? Oh my God. Yes, I'm enjoying all of the input. It's not too often that our chat is this active, and we appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Not just you, Ryan Rouse. The pharmacist was pretty though. Yes, but she's probably not from the town. Amy always looks like she's been rolling around on the floor. She couldn't go out anywhere in public with me. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. And the couple with the food truck was cute. Let's talk about this food truck because I have to admire Chris. Out of all of these vagabonds that are on this show, Chris is the only one that's taking what money he has and is investing it in something. Like he got the house next door, though I think it should be demolished. He got the house next door for a rental property, but then he went and moved Tammy in it. I wouldn't have done that, but he want to stay on the show. So move the star in. Okay, so now he's thinking about getting a food truck. I think that's amazing. He's been working at McDonald's all of these decades. Why not
Exactly.
turn it around and do something for yourself? And look how proactive he is. He's going in and he's asking someone so that he can shadow what they do, feel what it is to do a food truck.
I think it's a
Like,
brilliant move because
what
it's
has
the
what
industry
has
he
Tammy
knows.
done? What has Tammy done?
Tam's
Amy
lost a
got
whole bunch
herself,
of weight.
well, that's it. And she's still living off of her family. Amy bought herself a house and has not done anything. Like that house looks worse than it did when she moved in. Oh
Stop.
my God. Oh my God. Has she ever cleaned it? Anywho, um, we saw Misty's house. I can see why Misty doesn't let any of them come over there because they would dirty up her house.
Yes.
I agree with you, Misty. You have a beautiful home. You stay over there and keep it looking beautiful. Um, Amanda got divorced and moved to Florida. That's it. We are looking at Chris. Chris is the only one that took the weight loss stuff serious. He changed up his diet. He still breaks it sometimes, but he's the first one to get the skin removal surgery. Like he's the only one that is progressing forward and doing something with the opportunity and the money that he's earning off of this show. I don't see anyone else doing anything. Sorry. Um, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta go back a little bit. What did Ryan Rouse say? Was cute. Wendy says that was so weird, as if that pharmacy gave a damn about her bite or her kids. Oh my god, that was a
Stop.
weird. That was weird. Little lady says, "LOL. I don't think Kentucky has very many attractive people, like Tammy said. It's Kentucky. There's probably a lot of inbreeding. Really? Oh my god." Ryan says, "Wait, Debbie, let's talk about Tammy and her rainbow friends and Sassy Bart." Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay,
Um,
so I like Bart. He needs I think him and Tammy should start a cooking show called Dry Chicken Fix It Jesus because he was hilarious. He's like, I wouldn't have put all that chicken in the same pot. He's I've never seen that much chicken in a pot. And just to let it sit in the pot in water to
mhm.
boil. And then everyone came over. He went to eat the chicken. He's all like, I've had worse things in my mouth, but he's like, it's just dry chicken. I just couldn't do it.
But he said it out loud in front of them, not even in a
Right.
confessional. That
No.
shit was funny. I like him. I like him a lot. And he seems to have teeth.
Yes.
Yay. He's not from that town, is he?
No.
Oh my lord. I'd hate to be Amy's neighbor. Oh good lord. Michael had long fingernails, just a random ick. Wait, Michael is the husband? Who's my No, that's Amy's husband, right? He had long
Yeah, Michael.
fingernails?
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, Michael was Amy's husband.
Did y'all see Amy's fingernails on this episode? They were filthy. Jesus God. Where I live is like that. Even if you don't personally know them, they know your family and stuff. Small towns are like that. Oh, okay. Um, Bet that's why they gave her the hot mess sash. They knew she'd been arrested and why, probably. Actually, Chris said that Amanda was the first one that had weight loss surgery and skin removal. Oh, yes, that's true. She had the skin removal. She had weight loss because this was her second weight loss surgery that she had recently. And when he was going in for his skin removal, she said she had skin removal and it's a bitch for recovery. Thank you, little lady. I appreciate that. Can you imagine this entire family has had? Oh, God have mercy. She put unseasoned boiled chicken in an Alfredo. All I saw was the pot of boiled chicken breast, and I was checked
She,
out from then.
yeah, she didn't put no seasoning. I ain't seen no pinch of salt, no pepper, no nothing.
Everything came out gray, and I like colorful food on my plate, so I would not have been eating that. That was a waste of money. Tammy's friend lives in that town, but sounded like they haven't talked since high school. Why? Because they probably haven't. She recruited him to be her friend on this season.
Agreed.
Bart ain't from there. Oh my God. Yes, Amy's husband. Thank you. I don't see anything with boiling the chicken. I don't see anything, I guess, wrong with boiling the chicken, but she just didn't season it, and it seemed like a gallon of Alfredo sauce. She was filthy. I assume because they were doing the float that they lived there too. It looked unappetizing. I do not eat gray meat. I'm sorry. That that can even be served in a prison. He probably lives there now, but he doesn't seem like he's from that town. Okay. It did look disgusting. 1000%. The sash was definitely on purpose. The judge in her case
I'll
was
be right back.
probably there too. Okay.
Thanks.
Tammy didn't interact after school because she kept gaining weight and hid herself away. Makes sense. Makes sense. She could have put some broccoli in the sauce to make it healthier and break up the gray. Do they know what vegetables are? I'm just asking. Just asking. She needed to find someone in the LGBT group. He was the best production could find. Oh, interesting, Tracy. I forgot about that they were looping that in because she kept on talking about it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This whole, let me see if I downloaded anything that was worth a hot damn. Do I have any pictures up here? Okay, so what did y'all think? Let me put up this picture because I like putting up pictures. God knows I take enough time downloading them. Okay, so when they on Corn Festival Day, where everybody goes to fight, after they went and did all the rides with the kids, and who was that black lady? Is that like a court ordered caretaker for those children because Amy can't be with them kids? Who was the black lady that was at the rides when they were when it was Tammy and Amy and the two children? Let me know that. Hold on. What else are y'all saying? Small town. Small town, nothing else to do. Okay, no, they think veggies are only found in Florida. Yes, Tracy, thank you for reminding me. Those were fun. Those were fun as kids. I grew up in town with a population of 300. Wow. Amy kept getting pelted in the face with candy at the parade. That was when she got bonked on the head with the lolly. I said, good shot. I think Amanda or somebody said that the town doesn't have fresh vegetables and produce. How is that possible? They're in Kentucky. Like, is the only thing that they have there bourbon? I thought that they had like grew stuff. They got land. I don't know. Apparently, they only know corn in their town, hence the festival. Well, they could have put something yellow in it and break up the color. She was Amy's neighbor, supposedly. Okay. I don't believe that. I think that was a court appointed chaperone because she can't be alone with her kids. Amy's neighbor. Okay, y'all are better Christians. Hey, we got a new pope. Amy said the black lady was her neighbor. I don't believe anything they say. They gotta have fresh corn at least. Wow. Could you imagine her putting cream of corn in there to make it even more vile? Anyway, what y'all think about this conversation? I don't think Amy heard anything that Tammy had to say. Not that Tammy said much. I think that they are using kid gloves on Amy, and that's how she gets away with all of this stupidity. I don't know how that she was allowed to have one child. Furthermore, too, I agree with Jamal. She has not really grown up yet. God bless her and those children. And how Michael hasn't taken custody of her kids by now is beyond me. Okay, I challenge their corn festival to ours. Illinois has the best sweet corn. Ooh, we gonna have a corn showdown. I'm so proud of Tammy. She's the voice of reason. I'd imagine that Amanda wouldn't like it. I, I would hold back on not being so proud of Tammy right now. Hmm. Was that the same lady that went with Amy to buy shoes for the boys last season? It might be. It might be. Oh my god. American one. Oh yeah. Whew. Sorry, an American Pope from Illinois, right? Didn't they say he was from Illinois? Something like that. It'll be interesting. Um, when she's not pouting, she come a long way though. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Wendy. They should plant a garden. The boys would love that. And it would take away all of those weeds that are in her backyard, in Amy's backyard. It was nice that Tammy wasn't being a nasty bee this episode. Yes, I agree with you, but I think it fell on deaf ears with Amy. Um, I thought that it was the same lady. That was nice. Neighbors were. Where are you from? You might be neighbors. Okay. I don't think Michael wants those kids either. I think when it's his time to have them, they're left with his mother. I've heard that before, little lady. I've heard that before. Yes, he was born in Chicago. Okay. This is the true children of the corn document. About 1.5 hours southwest of Chicago. Uh-huh. I like to think she's biting her tongue from telling Amy what's that she's being embarrassing again. Oh, I could see that. I could see that. But I think it goes beyond being embarrassing. She's putting her personal freedom at jeopardy and she's not considering her children. It's just a lose lose all the way around. And the mere fact that she's ignoring her bad decision making is truly scary. They'll have to plant it at Brian's. Apparently, that's where they're living. So, is that where she's doing her solo confessionals? Because whose house is that? Because it's real clean. Whose house is that? I'm in Cook County. Okay. Better with grandma than their mother and her too interested BF. Oh. Um, my in-laws are there, so we're there a lot. Oh, look, y'all are neighbors.
Okay, I'm
Mm,
back. What are we talking about?
okay. We're just going through the chat. Okay, so Ryan is in Cook County and Christoph is in McLean County. So Christoph's in-laws are in Cook County and he's over there a lot. So we've made connections in the chat. Yay!
Oh, yay.
And we've also had a discussion about the one-on-one conversation that Tammy had with Amy and whether it fell on deaf ears or not. I
I think here's the thing with Amy, she she needs a lot of like therapy in my opinion because she's not it's just like the decisions she's making aren't the best and she's
mhm,
not willing to listen to her family and I guess her family's a lot. Let's be clear. Her family's a lot, and it can be hard to take in the message when you feel like they're ganging up on you or yelling at you and all that good stuff. But
mhm,
their advice is sound, and she she wants to be independent. Like she thinks she's independent, but she's, in my opinion, she's not. And she
Hmm.
doesn't have, I want to say, the emotional maturity to realize that she doesn't know everything and that she needs to listen to other people. Yes, you're an adult. Yes, you're a mother, but everyone needs help here and there, and she definitely needs it because she just always seems overwhelmed. Like I get she wants to be a mom, and I applaud her for doing that. I applaud anyone for going after their dream. But when you are, when I say she's not equipped, no one's really equipped to be a parent until it happens, and you kind of make your mistakes as you go. But she has two, she has toddlers, she has two. And it's not like that she's making mistakes, she's making bad decisions and she's not thinking. And that's where I feel she needs like a lot of professional help.
Yeah, it's it's hard to think. They look like adults, but the
Hmm.
decisions that they make are in no way adult like, if that makes sense.
I won't say that. But the mistakes they're making mistakes of someone in their late teens, early 20s, if that makes sense. Like the
Yeah,
dumb stuff we would do like at that age, they're doing like when they're almost 40.
I know. I know. Hold on. What else do I have here? Oh, let me put this one up. Well, these are just some of the snips that I took um, during the show. I was tired when I was watching this.
I'll be completely honest. I really don't care about this show outside of, I want to see Tammy like get her skin removal and her surgeries because I want to see like she's tiny. She's tiny, and I just want to see her like embrace her new form and confidence. I want to see Chris get his like skin removal and see like how he comes out. And I'm also
Mm-hmm.
interested in Brittany to see if she gets her surgery. And then I'm interested to see her journey since she doesn't talk much. So everyone else can go. For me, everyone else can kind of go. They could be like maybe like a friend of. When I say friend of, y'all get 5 minutes maybe per episode. You can't. I don't need you to have a bigger storyline. I'm only interested in Chris, Tammy, and Brittany at this point.
I'm not interested in Tammy, and here's why. She is vaping. I don't care what nicotine less, whatever she thinks that she's inhaling. She is vaping. She is pulling in a bunch of chemicals into her body that is not helping her. The doctor says she needs to get 100 grams of protein every day.
Hmm.
And she can't manage to do that, but she could eat hush puppies, crab cake. She went down the list of all the fried foods she could eat, but yet come up
Right?
on our TV screen and only take a spoonful of rice and throw away half of it. She's lying to us. So I don't give a fuck. I hope she continue to walk around for the rest of eternity with all of them saddlebags all over her from her neck all the way down to her big toe. I don't care about Tammy. Because, like I said before, Chris is the only one that has utilized this show to get the surgery that he's needed. He's changed his lifestyle. He's taken what money that he's received. He's invested it in real estate and now looking to open a business. He is thinking of progressing,
True.
and the
But he also
rest of
has
them
Brittany
have done
though.
nothing.
But he
Huh?
has Brittany though. He has Brittany. So Brittany strikes me as a very solid individual, like thoughtful,
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature. So he has the advantage of having Brittany by his side. Someone he's grounded already, but I think she's a good partner for him. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember when the way she looked at him talking about if she skips bail, I'm on the hook for $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, Brittany, what? And Brittany's like, I will not be happy. I was like, well, see,
That's right. That's right. And I loved it when she sat down. She's like, "How are we gonna afford two surgeries?" Girl, you know that you're not paying for it. That's why you're talking.
right,
Why can't
exactly.
Tammy's teeth fixed now? Yes. She's been on this show. Even if she was making $1,000 an episode, the first thing I would have done first season was fix my fucking tooth. I'd have been 800 pounds with a full set of veneers. Even if I did go to Dr. Heavenly. But they didn't do anything. Nothing. And the plaque over all of these seasons, the plaque on Amy's teeth has grown from her gum line to halfway down her teeth. None of these people, as much fucking as they do, are not hygienic. A STD is the least of your problems when you're fucking these women. I just don't get it. But it's true.
I still can't stand you for that.
Because it made you think, didn't it?
And no, I was just like, I just already know. But who's to say these men and women are looking them in their face? I'm just saying.
Listen.
I'm just saying.
No matter what orifice you delve into, even if you decide to fuck an armpit, a STD is the least of your problem with these women. I am very sorry. I said it and I stand by it. I don't get it. And the amount of emphasis that Amy puts on coloring her hair, but every time we see her, she's in some ill-fitting, dirty, dog hair ridden, shoeless menagerie of an outfit. She has a shopping problem. Yes. And she can't buy not one thing to suit her. How are you almost 40 and you ain't got nothing to wear to court? I'm not saying that you going down to court, but like, how do you not have anything clean and presentable? A pair of black trousers and a white button-down Oxford. That's all she needs to, and a pair of shoes that have a front and a back and soles and that are polished. But every scene we see her in, we see all of her little Louis Vuitton wallets and her Gucci bags. Yes, I'd be peeping them. I'd be wondering if they legit though, but I'd be peeping them. And she buys every rag from Amazon. But she does not have a pair of black trousers, a white button-down Oxford, and a belt, and a pair of shoes to go to court. That is troubling. I could understand Tammy not having it because Tammy was bigger.
Right.
And she's still dropping weight. But Amy's been this size for a while now.
Agreed.
If you take your money and you go buy a purse instead of having at least one proper, like, okay, my mom always used to say, always have a funeral outfit. Jamal, I don't know if your family does that, but my family, we always have to have at least one black dress. And we will accept for funerals cream or lilac as alternatives if your black dress is dirty, because you know how they drop dead in threes.
True.
So you know, those are the backup colors that are acceptable for funerals. We always have to have something on the ready. And they don't have anything. And it's just like really cringe inducing. I don't know. Amy fully thinks that she's barely out of her teens, calling herself Anna Nicole, acting like Brian is ancient compared to her. She's stupid. Agree 100%. It makes me wonder if they're both traumatized at the same event moment based on nothing but my gut. Oh, wow. Okay. She was close to the protein goal at her last appointment. But how long in between appointments? When I wish we had a better timeline so that we could judge it better. Because remember last season when it ended off, it said that she didn't have enough protein and she was
Yes.
vaping and all of that. Now, if you sit up here on my screen, little lady, and you tell me that you want to lose this weight so that you can do things with your family and get out and have more freedom, and yet when you go out with your family, you acting a fool, and then you say, I need to get all of this skin off so that I can have more freedom and stuff like that. But yet you continue to vape. I'm not going to believe anything that you're saying. I'm just not. She has a choice and she's choosing to continue to vape. With all the effort that she put into finding this supposed non nicotine vaping thing, she could have actually put down the vape machine.
Yes.
How about that? Because that's what the doctors told you to do. Stop vaping, not substitute the canister that you're putting into the machine. Vaping ain't nothing but a bunch of toxic chemicals. Vaping is worse than cigarettes, y'all.
That's what they say because you're smoking in the
You're
chemicals of the
smoking in
vape.
pure chemicals, not even a
Yeah.
bush. You smoking in pure chemicals into your lungs, into your blood, everything. Like, Tammy could have gotten skin removal surgery last season if she wasn't vaping. Thank you.
Agreed.
And she knows she needs more protein, but appears to eat a lot of empty carbs. There you go. There you go. And I wonder if she's doing it to keep the show going. Um, I've always thought TLC is saving it for storyline. Okay. The doctor said just a teeny bit more and she'll be at her goal. The vaping is still her issue. And it's going to take a while to get all of that out of her system. And yet, every time the doctor tells her that she's not there yet, she gets angry as if somebody's doing something to her. And that is the mental stumbling block that I have with her. Whatever, it's just mindless at this point. I can't wait to see how she looks when she finally does get it. Will we want to see her show after that though? But that's the least they can do for her and Vanessa. Oh, fix the teeth. I'm really concerned about Vanessa's teeth because they are rotten. They are in her gums, but rotten. That could lead to serious heart issues.
Hmm.
And I think it's two teeth now that are rotten. But that's just me. They focus on wigs and not her teeth. There was nothing wrong with the hair that was on her head, but they gave us a whole episode with her getting a wig, and it doesn't even look like she wore the wig that we wanted. But they won't take her to get her teeth done. Okay.
Right.
I think they're focusing on the skin removal now, and eventually they'll be doing Tammy's teeth. Let me tell you, I would have had to get my teeth done. When I was 700 pounds, I would have had to get my teeth done because I might have been big as my fucking house, but I was going to have a full set of teeth in my head. If you smoke in any kind of way, doctors will blame for everything. Could get decapitated, and they'll somehow blame smoke vape. Oh, okay. Remember when Tammy and Amy went to the dentist on the first season and Tammy couldn't fit in the chair? She could fit now. She went to Reiki of all things and would not go to a fucking dentist. Um, they enjoy ridiculing the sisters on screen. They know people are more likely to tune in to see jacked up teeth and dirty feet.
True.
Oh no, I'm not.
True.
The only reason why I'm watching this show is because of y'all. It's true. It makes me feel sad. To Wendy, I want to see them succeed and overcome their childhood. Ryan says to little lady, the fact that she can fit in the chair now, I would have done that first when they said I had to wait for skin removal. Yup. She looked she looked best when Tammy chose her hair color.
Agreed.
Oh, okay, okay. Thought she bought shoes last season, but she's still going barefoot or in slides. And she fell off the shoes last season, and they're probably out in the yard.
Hmm.
Little lady says to Ryan Rounds, I agree. I would have done the same thing, but I just have a feeling TLC has it in their contract that their skin removal will be covered first, and then her teeth will be covered next. Shit. And she's still not making the effort? Okay. I love the look of joy on Tammy's face on the screen. Yeah, she did have fun. She did have fun. But I think it's only when she wants to have fun that she's it's it's too
She,
conditional with her.
yeah, she picks and chooses when she wants to engage. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, at least she did buy the boys' shoes. Yes, and they're still running around barefoot. Amy is going to be seriously bummed when Tammy gets her chin done. Didn't Amy say that she has like 16 more pounds to go? And when she showed up with that sash, she had on like cycle shorts and a t-shirt that was 10 sizes too small for her. Oh my God. Who allows her to come out of the house looking like that? Jesus Christ. Amy had surgery the first season and has been downhill since, but everyone else is doing better. Okay. Part of Amy getting derailed is because she got pregnant too soon after surgery. Oh
Yes,
yes, yeah,
absolutely.
and then the second one too, in it,
Right.
because she had the first
Yes.
one too close to her bariatric surgery, so they let her slide, and then
Right.
she went quickly and got pregnant again when they were telling her don't do it.
Yes.
I feel like they're doing the same thing with Vanessa on Thousand Pound Best Friends. They focused on her weight loss first, then skin removal. I bet her teeth will be next on this new season. I hope so. Long time
Yeah,
in
because
coming.
it's part of, I think it's part of like the steps and the makeover, like the complete shebang. That's my guess. That's my guess.
But she's still rocking them rotten teeth in her mouth on Instagram.
Oh, maybe her teeth are next season.
Stop it, Jamal. Who is going to be watching them?
Are you talking about Vanessa? Are you talking? I thought you were talking about Vanessa.
Vanessa. Because if they continue to have Megan on there, I don't want to watch it. How am I
But
more interested in Tina and Scott?
Scott. But here's the whole thing. I know we're not talking about them, but I think you sent me the picture. I ran across it, like where Tina and Scott was just like killed it, and then Megan still looks
Yes,
the same. I'm like,
yes.
see. I'm
Megan
like,
and
see.
Ashley look the fucking
I'm
same.
like, what?
And Megan wear that same strapless polka dot flouncy dress in every picture you see her in.
When that picture popped up on my feed, or you sent it to me, it's one or the other. I'm like, is
Mm-hmm.
that Scott? I'm like, is that Tina? I'm
Yep.
like, well, that's Megan. I'm like, yo, wow. Like Tina and Scott in one season or maybe two seasons have done more than Megan has done in what, three or four? I'm like, this is ridiculous at this point.
Oh my God, little lady said they show extended footage on of Thousand Pound Sisters on Fridays. I can't even stand watching them on Tuesdays. Oh my God, I
That's
need to do
crazy.
better. I need to do better.
I wonder if Megan's an executive producer or something. The reason why she's still on it.
Well, she thinks that everyone circles around her. She thinks
That's
that she's the
unfortunate.
nucleus of the show. Um,
Delusion is unfortunate.
yeah. Most people that have gastric bypass suffer from hair thinning and loss. Yes, it is true. It is true. Yes, I think they want to reveal their creation. Tammy's hair is filling back in nicely now that her system has recalibrated itself. Yes, I have seen, because it was really thin. You were seeing her scalp.
Yes,
Sometimes she would like bend down to laugh and stuff. It was thinner last season, and now this season it looks a lot better. It looks like it's
yes.
filling back in on her scalp, in my uninformed opinion. I think the issue is that Tammy, Norbert, and Vanessa can afford to get their teeth fixed on their own. TLC promised to get it done for them, but the contract that it has to be done in their order. But you know what? They should get their managers. Wait, no, let me reel it back. They should be proactive and get on the social media and contact dentists to do it for free, because they are
Yeah,
personalities. Because
advertising.
yeah, the do a barter agreement, because what's her name? Remember who was the first one to do this? Um, the woman who had sextuplets with
Oh,
John
Aquaman. Kate. Was it Kate?
Kate plus eight. Remember when he was losing his hair because she was stressing him the fuck out? She went and found somebody to give him a hair transplant, and she found somebody to give her a tummy tuck.
Yep.
It
Oh,
can be.
remember Larissa? Remember Larissa on 90 Day? We know she won't pay for none of them surgeries.
Yes. Yes, she went and found a doctor that would do every body part that she wanted, and he would put it up on his website.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the bonus issues on replay where I can skip the commercials. Okay. I want to throw Amy's slides in the garbage. I'm so sick of seeing them though. Does she own any other pair of shoes? I don't, well, yeah, she owns the one that she supposedly bought last season. I need Megan for the drama though. Nope. Nope. We can use Tina for drama because Tina looked like she could pop off. Let's use her. Maybe she's had her teeth done, and her contract says she can't post any pictures or anything, so she's posting all pictures on Instagram. Let's hope so.
That could be.
Um, I could have sworn there was a picture out there of Vanessa with her teeth fixed. I think I know what you're talking about. In the promotional pictures from last season, we were all thinking that her teeth were fixed, but I think it was Photoshop. Because I remember having this discussion with somebody. Tina and Scott did the work. Megan, just a failure. She started them on the weight loss journey. Well, she got left behind. She could be taking vitamins for the hair growth and other mineral deficiencies that come with bariatric surgery. Okay. Instead of bringing her kids there. Okay. All right. So I think I've caught up to all of your y'all was active in here, and I must say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for like giving us so much information in the live chat. I really, really appreciate it. Jamal, did we miss anything in this episode?
No. But before we leave, I do have to say I watched the first episode of Polyfam. Complete mess. I was sitting there like, what? You said what? You do what? When? You're mad about what? Hold
Oh.
on. Oh yeah, I was like I was thoroughly engaged, just trying to keep track of the mess, like the multiple messes. And the good thing about this group is they're all train wrecks waiting to happen. Like
Mm-hmm.
seriously, you can see the issues. Like I love a
Well,
good show where you can just see the issues right away and
but they
follow.
told us. They told us all of their issues in the first
I love it
episode. I
though.
was just like, are y'all openly admitting to the shitstorm that this is going to be?
Yes, they are.
Oh God.
Anytime y'all talking about, yeah, we had two kids before we met them, then the two ladies each had a kid, but they don't know who's the daddy of each, and they're talking about we don't care lies. And then Taya's pregnant with the fifth child. And then we find out next episode like who the daddy is based on the blood type. Yes, a mess.
But can I tell y'all my theory behind this show? This is just between us. My theory regarding polyfamily is that Taya and Scott got into this closed quad for the sole
You mean
purpose
Sean? You
of
mean Sean?
having children. Oh yes, Sean. Oh,
Yeah.
he's Sean. Yes, he is Sean. Sorry. Sean and Taya got into the closed quad for the sole purpose of having children that he could lay claim to, because I don't think he has a good sperm count.
Well,
Mm-hmm. Because I
that
want
could
to
be it.
know whose idea it was not to know the paternity of the children.
Exactly.
And the way how he always comes down on what's his
Tyler.
name, Tyler, when he accidentally slips and says my kids about his kids. He
Right.
had his kids for several years before he joined this closed quad. So I can't be mad at him for saying my kids,
Exactly.
especially if it's for those first two children, right? But
Agreed.
he gets very upset at that. I think he I think he's at the his anger or resentment is at the point where he takes pleasure in doing what he did to the little girl on punishment and cutting off Tyler from talking to his own child. I think he takes pleasure in talking to Tyler like he's a child.
He does.
Um, I think he talks down to everybody in that house, including his wife, because why you had to go with somebody so young? And why is it that I think he's resentful that he feels that Taya is putting her whole freakum ass out with Tyler
Yes.
and not doing it
Exactly.
with him? Oh my God.
Exactly.
I have so many theories on Sean. He's a walking ball of resentment and anger for me. And he's like a volcano getting ready to like pop. Oh my God. Yeah. I looked at him like a lot of times in the first two episodes and not really paying attention to anybody else because he's I wouldn't want to be around him. That's just my own opinion. But yeah. So Jamal, do you want to talk about the show
I do. We could like carve out a little time. Maybe tomorrow.
tomorrow?
We'll talk about, you let me know when you're available. Like I can make it work.
Okay, let's shoot for tomorrow. I'm gonna I don't know how many pictures we'll have, y'all. But let's see if we can talk the first episode. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think I watched half of the second episode. I got distracted. Um, Also, it bothered me how Sean was trying to control how Tyler interacted with his own. Yeah, it's just very weird. He seems very resentful and very angry to me.
And
Two episodes and I
and
can't
Alicia
stand any of them.
what's her name? What's her name? Alicia?
I think so. The blonde hair one?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am. I'm gonna end with this with her. How are you going to enter a quote unquote closed quad
Mm-hmm.
when you have deep insecurity issues?
Yeah, and
Th-
jealousy.
Yes,
Oh,
this has to be Tyler's idea.
maybe.
I think Tyler initiated this mess,
Mm-hmm.
while I think I think the men initiated this more than the women. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, but for totally different reasons.
Totally different reasons.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that Sean is sterile and wanted a kid, and this was the only way he could get it. But yet, I don't think he realized how angry he was going to be. Oh my God. Well, anyway, y'all, we have kept you here way, way, way too long, talking too much crap. We're gonna try to do a show tomorrow at 6. Okay. I'm gonna go finish off some work and then I'm gonna come back in here and do y'all's work and try to get the show set up for tomorrow. And I have no pictures, no logos, no thumbnails, no descriptions. Oh my God, the things I do for this little chat community we have. Does anyone think that all of those children are probably biological? Yes, I do. I like I said, I think Sean is sterile. I do, and I think he's jealous of Tyler for turning his wife out.
That's what I'm thinking because the way it sounds between Tyler and Taya, like she breaks out the trapeze for him,
Hmm.
the assless chap. She was
Hmm.
breaking it all off.
Yeah, he's like, well, why is your booty hole sore? Oh, Tyler.
Right?
Listen, Tyler go in there and twist her like I don't know, a Twizzler. Like, and she love it. She love it until she want a girl.
I think what it is that Sean's probably a missionary man, and Tia needs more than that. That's just my opinion.
Yes. Yes. I think she needs the whips, the chains, the restraints, the ball gag. Like I think she likes pegging, and I don't think Sean's into that. Um, yeah, I think she's like shit. If they got
Because think about it
girl,
though.
yeah.
'Cause think about it. Like neither Tyler nor Taya have talked about their sex lives with their respective spouses. I'm just saying, but
Mm-hmm.
they love to talk about their sexual activities with each other.
Yep. They
You
started
know
off
what?
as swingers. Yep.
Yeah. Think about it though. Maybe like sexually, Sean and Alicia are a match, and just Taya and Tyler are a match, but Alicia is thinks that that Sean Tyler's falling in love with Taya. No,
Mhm.
ma'am. I think with Taya is he knows that all orifices are available to him, where you probably have some on lockdown. That's just my opinion on it.
I think Alicia, what's her name? Alicia? Alyssa? Alicia?
Where was the child?
The
Yeah, we'll
blonde
call
hair
her that.
girl. The
Right,
blonde hair girl. She is too much like
Sean.
Sean,
Yes,
except she doesn't have that anger. Her issue is
right.
jealousy,
Yes.
but she's not mean about it. I think
No.
she thinks like she doesn't take it out on other people like Sean does.
Right.
Um, I don't think Sean liked anybody in that house. I'm gonna be dead up serious. I don't think he liked anybody in that house. He is miserable. He is a
I think
toxic energy in
yes.
that house.
But to be completely honest, isn't he like 46?
Yes, he's very like he's
Okay.
the oldest in that house, and Taya's in her
Yes.
20s, isn't it?
Taya is 28.
Yes. And
So
they've been together for 6 years. He got her
yes,
young.
22.
Mm.
So he got someone he can control,
What
or
you
he
want
thought
to
he could
ask,
control.
little lady? Go ahead and ask your question. We still here talking bullshit. So go ahead, Jamal.
Like Sean likes you as long as you do what he says. He ain't have no problem with you.
He had control over her because she was young,
Right.
but now she's
Right.
maturing.
Hmm.
You know,
And
Alyssa, thank you.
she's about to hit her sexual prime. She wants to
Mhm.
do the things.
Well, I think she's very open. She seemed fluid to me, the way how she was describing things, which made me like, how are you in this close quad? And then I thought Taya was doing Alyssa, but then they said, I guess they tried that and it didn't work out.
And they danced around that. And they're like,
Hmm.
yeah. But then why did Sean bust him out like that though? Like, he's like, yes, y'all did. You're lying. I'm like, oh, damn, Sean. See, this is
But,
why this is why Taylor don't give you the good stuff.
but
That's what
again,
that's about.
this is why I keep saying that I feel he don't like nobody in that house. He has a lot of angry energy.
He does.
And then he projects it on people.
You know what the problem is with him? it's not so much that he's angry per se. I think I'll say that that's a part of it. I think the other issue is he wants to be everybody's daddy. That's another issue.
Then go to a sex club and in the dungeon and be somebody daddy. That's that. I don't think that's
Exactly.
what they signed up for in this house.
No.
Don't we get
But
tired every night switching rooms?
right,
Ugh.
can we shout out to it's kind of interesting that Taya is freshly delivered, like a freshly new mom,
Mhm.
but she's out there pulling the girls. I was like, what's going on here? I'm just saying.
Well, I think it's the easiest thing that she can do, being postpartum. Like,
And I want to know, like, if you form a connection with this woman like that, like the flirting, how long have y'all been talking? Were y'all talking while you were pregnant? That's what I want to know. I
they
need a
were
timeline.
talking before she was pregnant.
Not before.
Listen, I don't think, listen, she's very fluid. Those feelings don't go away, and it didn't work out with Alyssa. So, she casting her net out. Hey, girl, just wait till I drop this baby. If anybody else thought it was weird that Alyssa wanted to go get a consultation about breastfeeding Taya's new baby,
No. Here's
um,
why. I'm typing in the chat right now. I think it fits right in with her insecurity and jealousy.
yeah, yeah, she wanted, and I think she also realizes that all of those kids belong to her husband.
Right. Thank you.
Everybody in that family know that them babies is Tyler's, including Tyler, because he is so connected. You saw how
Hmm.
he was with her baby when the baby was still in her belly.
Yes.
He there talking, and Sean there shooting daggers at him. I don't know.
Agreed.
Sean wants to be in control. I agree. I agree. Beyond weird, it's psycho. No, it wasn't too long ago that people were actual wet nurses. And do you know that you can buy breast milk online? You can
Yes.
buy fresh breast milk, and they'll ship it to you in the dry ice get up.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can make a fortune on that. You really can. And she can, and they say that a lot of people like who are around pregnant women and the newborn baby, like especially if they've had children before, it can activate their mammary glands again, especially if she lets the baby start to suckle. It
Right.
could activate. I'm not saying that it would be as nutrient dense as
Right.
Taya's, but it is a bonding experience.
Agreed.
And it wasn't too long ago that we had wet nurses too.
True.
Because genteel ladies did not, do what
Right.
common women did by whipping out a titty and throwing it in there. They
True.
have wet nurses. So, I mean, okay, so this sounds like we will have a lot to talk about. I'm really going to try to get everything ready tomorrow. It may be bootleg, y'all. The most we might get is a background and an overlay, but we will talk about episode 1 of Polyfamily tomorrow. All
Rosalie
right,
told
y'all.
Rosalie can identify
But to have someone
as
ask if they can breastfeed your kid, no, just no. But you notice Taya did not care. Like she's very open and I hate to say it, free balling. She didn't have a problem with it. Interesting. But yeah, I think Sean is just the king of no. But guys, this was good. I think we have a lot to talk about. I have to rewatch the episode. So join us back here tomorrow if you can for a little Friday discussion about polyfamily. I know people were witnesses, and I know you can buy breast milk. I just think it's creepy that she said she wanted to do it so she can feel the baby and bond. Um,
I think it just goes into, I really do think it goes into her insecurity and jealousy, but we'll find out. I'm interested to see how this
yeah.
plays out.
I think it's because deep down she knows that all three of those last kids are her husband's, and she wants to be closer
Hmm.
to them because they're her husband's babies.
Yes, I can see that.
Uh, is it weird? Yes, I agree with you. I would never want to do that. I don't want no kid dragging down my titties. Um, if I did, I would have had babies, but I don't. Most people these days they get outside milk, put it in a bottle. Yeah, no. She's There's something underlying in that request, and I'm sure that we'll find out about it. I'm sure. But hey, everybody in here, please give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. You did so much in the chat today. Love it, love it, love it. Join us tomorrow. Jamal, any final thoughts on
No,
this?
we're good to go.
Okay, so until next time,
Yep.
bye.